What is going on, guys? It feels like it's been a long time since I've last done a video for you guys. A lot's changed, new job, busier lifestyle, trying to get a house sorted and vending and other stuff that's coming up, including possibly a permanent location for Jarl of the Cards, which I will be revealing in upcoming videos. It's all fun. Vendor POVs will be back. It seems like it's only been about a month for you guys, but it's actually been about 4 months since the last video recording. I've deleted all the old stuff because I just don't want to use it anymore. So from this weekend, I'll be recording and getting something straight out. So if you guys are around, I'm at Telford this weekend. Yeah, it'll be fun. You can see it all in my Instagram anyway. But yeah, let's get on with the reviews. So we're going to get through a lot of reviews. I've recorded so much. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. So it was a double whammy for this weekend. It was the Cardiff Card Show and it was Merry Hill Card Show. So let's see how each of them get on. So Cardiff Card Show was in a different location this time. It was held at the Western Leisure Centre. It was a bit weird to get into the actual centre itself. I ended up going through the main entrance. There was a back entrance, but it was like you literally had to walk through Fangorn Forest, which was essentially like a house build, and it was just mad. It was just a bit overbearing, so I ended up going through the main entrance just because I didn't realise that you could go around the back. I found out at the end it was 5 minutes to sort of get around, which was a bit mad from the car park. Main entrance, you were straight in and out. Got really confused where it was, and it turns out it was just through one of the doors. Very simple in the end. It was quite an experience to say the least. Got in and I was quite shocked with how little vendors there were, which again isn't a bad thing, but it was just very strange in the fact of that Cardiff Card Show is normally around about, I think it's about 160 tables usually at the football stadium. I think this was around about 80 tables, maybe even less. What can I say about the show though? What a great show. We'll talk about it as we go along. So affordability, Cardiff Card Show was 5 stars. I ended up doing around about I think it was 15% of my costs that basically equated to tables, travel, etc. So it was just insane. So it was a great day. That's a great day for me. That's absolutely perfect. That's exactly what I want. Yeah, it was just, there were loads of people. It was always the usual people that I usually see at the shows as well, especially for Cardiff shows. And it was just all round very, very positive indeed. So trades was, again, it was 5 stars. Lots of One Piece, lots of Pokemon. Mainly those two. I didn't really get much in in trades of Gundam. I had really good sales with Gundam though, but no trades or buys this time, which was a bit sad. Especially as I'm sure if you've been keeping up with a lot of the content, I'm very pro Gundam and just really trying to gain as much of it as possible in a short amount of time. Something to obviously keep an eye on, especially with GDO 5 coming out this week, which is fantastic. So as you can tell, I'm very late towards this review. So yeah, so trades was 5 stars. Great. Let's go on to buys. Buys was, oh no, wait, hold on. Trades. Traded one of the biggest sort of trade-offs probably of my career. I think it ended up being about £4,500 worth of goods. One of them was a PSA 10 Sleeping Goku, and then it was another sort of 5 or 6 PSA 10 slabs of Dragon Ball cards. One of the most insane trades. I traded for high-end Pokemon that the guy was planning to grade, so good luck there, dude. Hopefully you're going to get some 10s. Kind of probably wish I'd have done it myself if I'd have realised that they got 10s. But I am very scrutinous when it comes to it, and with the last PSA couple of submits that I've had, hasn't really gone to plan, so I'm still a bit like etchy about it. I do have a large pile of Gundam ready and available to go to Beckett, so I'm working on that at the moment. But yeah, so trades all in all, amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's go on to buys. So buys was 5 stars as well, 5 shields. Just an insane amount of stuff came around the table. I ended up buying a couple of things. So I think one was the Ace 6 Charizard. Was it an Ace 6 Charizard? It's been so long. Incredible card nonetheless, but equated to around about £1,000 just from those two alone. Various Yu-Gi-Oh came towards the table as well, which was great. Just all in all round, it was just a very, very successful day. So yeah, final thoughts. Final thoughts was basically card show that's constantly smashes it one after the other. The fact that it was in a new location proved that he did the right thing with obviously advertising and making sure that people were aware. Something that I'm going to talk about with future shows, because I've recorded this very late, probably nearly, in fact, around about 3 weeks late. So obviously that creates a bit of a time warp there. But yeah, Cardiff Card Show was absolutely incredible, as always, and the more I can get on, the better. And hopefully, I've got one more in September, but hopefully, I think he might do one in December. He usually does. So fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm always an avid fan of the Cardiff Card Show and will continue to go to them as much as I can, especially while building up continuous custom in the Cardiff area as well. So yeah, what a great show. Okay, so the Sunday I was at Merry Hill Card Show. I don't really know what else to say apart from wow, it always gets better every time. So let's review how I got on. So affordability, 5 stars again. What I made versus what I paid, and living 10 minutes away. I was on time this time as well, so thank you very much, Tristan. Especially if you're watching this, buddy, you know, screw you, saying that was going to be the last one there. I think I beat you, maybe, or you got there 20 minutes earlier or something like that. So I think I did pretty well, thank you very much. Yeah, just affordability was crazy. I think it ended up being something like 12% affordability. So in other words, all my costs that went towards the event itself equated to about 12% in total. Obviously, living 10 minutes away helps with fuel, the timing of it all, and just being able to, you know, load, unload, and just next to no time at all. So that's absolutely fantastic. And it was just a great day. Sales were constantly flowing in and out. The main two were Pokemon, very heavy Pokemon, and then it was also One Piece. Didn't get much on the Gundam because I don't think I had the space to put it out. Lorcana was also a big hit for that one as well. And then it was, I think I did a little bit of Riftbound. Not too much though, but a little bit of Riftbound. So there was that as well. So it's all really good. And yeah, just the usual sort of madness of Merry Hill Card Show that just doesn't seem to, you know, desist in any way. So absolutely fantastic. Can't complain about it at all. Trades, majority of my trades were actually One Piece, and it was one person mainly. And yeah, just trading high end for sort of mid tier and sort of like playable cards, promo cards, which is always good, especially as I do need to sort of restock more on lower end as well. So what essentially I ended up trading out 5 cards just equated to an absolute plethora that filled a box, which is down there, and I'm staring at it now because I'm still 3 weeks behind on my One Piece sort of restock. So yeah, five shields all the way on that one. Let's talk about buys. Buys was 5 shields as well. So it was mainly high-end Pokemon and very high-end One Piece as well, which was good. I think I ended up spending close to around about £1,500 just alone on the both. Majority of it was again One Piece, very One Piece heavy for the table. I also managed to pick up, which was amazing, was the full art version, both in, I think it was the Starlight and then the normal, of the Blue Eyes White Dragon from the latest Japanese set. Amazing cards, amazingly beautiful cards. Thing that I struggle to comprehend with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is how they don't seem to print new decks, versions, you know, characters. I'm making the assumption it's probably from the death of the guy who created it, maybe, but I'm unsure. I haven't seen much new anime come out since, and there's been no new sort of like creations, so maybe there's something on the horizon there. But with them re-releasing all the old late and greats and, you know, bringing them into full art, the Blue Eyes White Dragon is just one of the, obviously, the most legendary cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mythos. So to be able to get those in full art, especially for the Japanese side, what a win. So yeah, I had an absolutely amazing day, Merry Hill Card Show, and never ceases to fail. So now its cards seem to have nailed Merry Hill, especially I would say it is their best out the bunch for sure. While one of their latest shows I think they've set up, it just seems to constantly prove that Midland card shows are one of the best in the country, if not the best in the country, and I will openly stand by that till the day I die. I think it just keeps proving time and time again that Midland card shows are the strongest in the UK, and Merry Hill is probably at the foothold of that, apart from Wolves, obviously, but you know. But yeah, another amazing show. It gets better and better, and it's definitely one to attend, even as a buyer. Vendor, if obviously you can get on it, amazing. But yeah, as a buyer, what a nice little easy in and out show, and yeah, just works, just really works.